Hi everyone, this is your favorite instructor, Denise. I'm just kidding. But I wanted to kind of um, update you guys on this course because I think there might be a little confusion. So hopefully I can clarify some things for you, okay? So Community 2 is an offset of Community 1. So in Community 1, per the new curriculum, you go through all the different aspects of community health. And in the end, everybody completed a community assessment, um, which is a very comprehensive, and it goes over not components that go into it. Crime rates, health disparity, partners. Assessment, you follow that. You are to discussed each samples of community assessment. You had the old curriculum. So the curriculum gets written curriculum experts. So community classes, you might so one, honestly and professionally cite trusting relationship during that party or community. So we have a lot of distracted driving, and as a result, we have lots of kind of partner with the school talking about what information about that in the book and also in the and then discussion question 2, describe from the set of prioritization process. So what's saying is what criteria to determine as based on what you got from community health. No, I apologize. Assistant community, shows you all you're going to read it. And in all the different things we do in community assessment, how to, number one is the community engagement. Number two, if you're going to get the assessment, you can find your preview in your community, and that's really easy to do. So I'm going to show you how to do that right now. You're going to get on Google, and I live in Hamilton County in Ohio. Hamilton County Community Health Assessment. Ooh, look at that misspelling, guys. So 2000 Community Health Assessment regions. Okay. Which is like kind of a new section, but here reports talks about the community health assessment. And here is Southwest Ohio and Indiana, Health Equity Hamilton. This is 1 year. And we found her county's health assessment, but in a health assessment, now granted, when you're doing one, obviously thorough and comprehensive as this, but talks about all the things that you hit in assessments. Those are things you look up, things you can study. The air quality index, the blood lead level. Think about what's going on in Flint. What's the highest need in Flint, Michigan? It's not going to be the same that I have here in Greatwater. So then it talks about the different and healthy lifestyle information. All of that is for you to decide what your needs are going to be. We go back to the toolkit, okay? And now you're going to prioritize community health issues. So you're going to talk about identifying criteria for prioritization. 3 priorities based on problem, severity, based on Cincinnati's, or look and see what my vulnerable to the so I could go to populations, and we know what vulnerable the Hispanic Latino population, or so maybe that's a place I want to look at, right? Let's look at conditions. Look, it's chapter 8. Scrolling. Okay. So health condition greatest issues. Heart disease. Or say I want to talk about, we find that so the problem, and you how big is what the mental illness. Research has shown us dies. Why is this a big problem? 21% adults in Cincinnati report. And they found that not being treated. We have a really high rate of days, lost work. There's been, 6 missions, which is quite expensive. Medicaid pays for a much larger percentage of admission. So then, based on that, that's a big magnitude. So who are those at highest risk? Where, so let's go down and look and see which vulnerable population is, affected, and that's usually broken down somewhere in here. Those who are living in poverty and lack access. Okay, so now I kind of prioritized, right? So magnitude, there are over 21% population, those who are poor, low healthcare access, and community's capacity and will to act your community have. Focus on that, right? You want to find a measure mental issues. It could be admissions to the survey at your school. Students are asked, that's going to be in the class because I have to get released from the IRB. We have hospital and community. Is there anything out there? And then is there a root cause? Because if it makes the priority higher, so your high homelessness rate, that's going to bump it up on prioritization. For this week's discussion, you would pick or whichever criteria tool you want to use. There are tools. There's things called like the Hanlon map. You could do the voting technique. There's different ways to choose the ties. But the point of this week's discussion, you were going to do that. I'm sorry, last week's. And then this week, which is, it's asking what processes and audience. Okay, so who you're going to talk to, right? You're not going to talk to every mentally ill person. They aren't all going to learn this. You're going to, you're going to look in other areas on how you're going to priority you're going to do target audience. So what criteria are you going to use? Is it criteria based on the how easy are you doing it based? Because our rate of dropout is so high due to it. Literacy, speak Spanish, and so you want to about childhood obesity, and you teach a Spanish connection. Maybe you're ER and you see lots of observations. So professional to take, and you wanted parents about asthma care. So that's what this week, and each would pertain to conduct one. I would say anyone, or at least access to old like I did. Tell me, I'm going to kind of give you tips on how to do that. The work that you're doing for this whole thing is for your community assessment. That's cool. And perhaps in costing a lot of money. So update, and hold on 1 second. Let's see where I am on time. Good, I still have time. One thing I also wanted to give you guys some tips on is so it's really great that people are using websites like the CDC and Healthy People. Those are not going to meet the criteria for a scholarly source, okay? And I have a post on here about scholarly sources. I want you guys to make sure, right here, make sure that you look at this. I definitely encourage you to use information from CDC and Healthy People because that's where you get a lot of data. And then the other thing is, I want you to be mindful about how you cite those. So I'm going to just give you a 2020, okay? And you want to talk about health indicators. So you're going to reference this health page, .gov, this, okay? Who wrote this? You look at the bottom of web, U.S. Department of Health and Human Services in 2017. So document healthypeople.com. You need to refer to your, and I am going to show you. Like I said, 100% accurate, although, but 190. Sorry about that. 193 on your APA book. It will it lists for you a bunch of different reference examples, more than that's on OWL. Hold on 1 second so I can turn my camera around so you could see it.